Hey guys, Dan here from BeAGameCharacter.com, and today we're going to talk about motivation versus determination. Now, as I said in my last video, I'm looking for questions for Q&A Tuesday, which is coming up next week, so if you got any questions, of course, you can post them in the comments below. But what I noticed is I was getting lots of questions from all over the place about how I stay motivated and what my tips are for, also motivating yourself to jump into getting in shape and, fitness in general. And I figured, since so many people asked, and since it's kind of a big topic, it was enough to justify having its own video. So that's what we're doing today. So what's important to me, at least, is to make the distinction between motivation and determination. A lot of people ask me how I stay motivated, but nobody ever asks me how I stay determined. And I think it's important to note that there is a difference, all right? Motivation is, it's a surge of excitement. It's kind of like an adrenaline rush. You feel super motivated about something, and there's lots of stuff that can motivate you. Whereas determination is the wherewithal to stick with something even when you don't want to. And that is very often what people are asking about, more so than motivation. Motivation, staying motivated is good, but you need to be determined, because the thing is, no matter how big of a fitness buff you are, no matter how totally into being in shape and working out and all kinds of athletic stuff you are still going to have days where you say, yeah, I don't want to do anything today. And that happens. All right, we're all mortal. If you follow my workout log on the forums, you'll know that I very often have days that I don't work out for various reasons. I'm sick, didn't really get any sleep. Stuff comes up, whatever. There are days that happens. It's important that you got something inside of you driving you beyond that. So you need something that will help you when you're not motivated. And the answer to that is not more motivation. More motivation does not stop you from, lack of motivation, because if it's a binary thing. You're either feeling motivated or you're not. Now, there's stuff that you can do to kind of trigger motivation. We talk about this on the forums. A lot of people talk about, like, they like to go and watch, an episode of their favorite anime or superhero show or something like that, or anime music videos, or they like to listen to certain music that gets them fired up. Motivation is actually relatively easy to come by. Not super easy, but it is easy to come by. Motivation can strike at inopportune moments. You might be motivated to work out in a position where you can't. You might be motivated to eat well when you've already had all your food for the day. You're like lying in bed. You've done the thing where you lie in bed and you're like, tomorrow I'm going to do a really good job. I did not do a good job eating well today, but tomorrow I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat well. I'm going to do all these awesome things. And then tomorrow you wake up and you go, I didn't sleep well last night. I was up all night being excited about today, and then I ended up not sleeping, which is ruining today. So you gotta worry less about motivation and worry more about finding reasons to push yourself when you are motivated, because you're not always going to be motivated. Sometimes you need a reason beyond that. One really good source of pressure is actually a social pressure. Not social pressure as in feel self-conscious about how other people see you, but social pressure as in I post my blog, I post on my fitness forum, I post somewhere, I post my workouts every day. We have a forum we have a section on the forum specifically for that. I post every day there, and people are constantly, coming and posting, oh, good job, or oh, you should try this, and that's going to motivate me. That's going to keep me going when I don't want to go, because I don't want to let down those people that are following my fitness, log online. Or I've got a fitness buddy, I work out with my brother, I work out with my sister, my best friend, my wife, somebody who, wants to work out, and I can't let them down. I have to go work out with them because, whatever. Now, the only danger in that is that sometimes both of you would feel like doing nothing, and then you have to, like, counter each other. Be like, well, listen, you have to do it, but if I have to do it, you have to do it too. All right, fine, I will, but you got to do it. That works too. So social reasons are a great reason. Other reasons, like, people always like trying to think of, like, the beach as their motivator. Like, oh, I have to go take my shirt off. I hate that. I hate that because, it doesn't work. It generally doesn't. Maybe if you do the whole, like, hang a bathing suit up on the wall thing where you have to see it all the time, you're like, oh, that's what I'm working towards. That can help. But you generally have to find a deeper source than that, because it's shallow. For a lot of people, aesthetics alone is not a reason enough. For me, my big determination factor is that one of the things that I like to do is everything. So I love to try to do everything. If I go somewhere and somebody's doing something cool, I'm like, I want to do that. You jumping off a cliff over there? Yeah, I want to give that a shot. That sounds like fun. How do we do without breaking our necks? Okay, cool, I'll do that. So I love to try everything. I love to do everything. And the worst thing in the world is when your body limits you from doing something. And I run lots of circles. There are lots of people that I know, and very often I find myself in situations where I'm hanging out with people, and there are some people that are like, oh, I wish I could do that. Oh, I'd love to be able to do that. And the thing is, I make a note of that in my head every time. Every time that happens. I don't remember specifically who it is. I'm not like trying to shame the people or whatever, but I make a note of that happening to somebody else. And then, on those days when I'm like, I don't really want to, work out today, I think, no, that's the same decision all of those other people made. And then they couldn't go and do those cool things that they wanted to do. They couldn't go skydiving. They couldn't, they didn't fit in the roller coaster harness. They were over the weight limit for the, whatever. There's a multitude of things. They aren't strong enough to go climb the rock wall. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do that your body needs to kind of be in shape to do. And that's my big motivator. I mean, it's great to look good, but more importantly, I value being capable. A lot of people, I know a lot of runners that are like, oh man, most thing you got to be able to just keep going. That's the biggest important thing in life. Well, I agree. The ability to keep going is definitely important. They're like, why do you got to be so strong? I'm like, well, listen, if you see a car accident and, you can run over to that car accident, but, what do you got to lift something heavy off somebody? What if somebody got pinned under part of the car? You got to lift part of the car off of somebody. There's purpose for strength too. What if you have to lift yourself out of a situation? What if you break your leg? You got to, be able to pull yourself back up again or something like that. There's a lot of situations where being strong makes you just as capable as running a lot. Not to diss runners. Runners are awesome. But, the way I see it is my big determination cue is to be capable. And then my second determination cue is actually you guys. Because I see myself as a role model. So because I've got people that follow the blog and follow the YouTube channel, I have to be kind of like that role model for somebody. It's like, I'm a dad. I got to be a role model for my son. And I grew up as a role model. I was an older sibling. I had a 6-year-old brother, and I had a brother who was 6 years younger than me, and a sister that was 2.5 years younger than me. So I'm used to the whole, like, you got to be the role model, you got to set the example thing. So that's a normal thing for me anyway. But that's a big source of determination for me. That's a big thing. When I'm not feeling motivated, that is what drives me to continue anyway. And that's really what you need to do. You need to cultivate not just motivation, but determination. And you cultivate determination by finding reasons to make yourself do things even when you don't want to. And until you really have those reasons, you might want to hold off. But it's also very easy to create those reasons for yourself. Get a workout buddy. Post a workout log online. Definitely come hang out with us on the forums. We're always, congratulating each other on new PRs or, achieving muscle ups, you know who you are. Or, any number of cool things that people are working towards. You can post your goals. You say what you want to work towards. You post your progress, and we're there. We cheer you on. We get you fired up. We say, hey, listen, you're going to do this thing. You can do this. All right? So workout buddies are great. Workout logs are great, especially if they're posted somewhere that somebody can see them. Having somebody that looks up to you, thinking about them, sibling, child, friends, whatever, you set an example. You say, I want to be the awesome person in that person's life. You want to create situations in which it's harder for you to say no to training, because there are going to be days when you're not motivated, and you can't just fire up motivation out of nowhere. You can listen to a song that gets you pumped up. You can watch something that gets you pumped up. You can read something that gets you pumped up. Some people love motivational quotes and stuff like that. But in the end, you can't just rely on motivation. You have to rely on cultivating determination, which is the will to keep yourself going even when you don't want to. Because that's what's going to get you through your workouts. That's what's going to get you through life. That's what's going to get you through a whole lot of things. Way more than motivation will. You want determination, you want willpower. So work on cultivating those, and the motivation will follow. So that's it for today. If you have not been on the blog or any social media in the past 24 hours, you may not know that there is a flash sale going on the blog right now. Everything's on sale for 15% off, so if you haven't grabbed any of the books yet, or you've been holding off on grabbing any of the books, go ahead, check the link below. 15% off everything. If you're on the mailing list, which you should be, there'll be a link for that below too. If you're on the mailing list, you got coupons. Those work in addition to the 15% off discount, so you get further discounts on top of that. If you haven't joined the mailing list yet, please go and do so. You'll get cool stuff. You'll get extra bonuses. We sent out a special article this week, accessing your avatar state, because we were covering Avatar Korra. So we sent out an email about that. People are going to start getting exclusive articles in their email. People are going to start getting exclusive coupons and sale offers and stuff like that. So make sure you subscribe to the email list too. That's also in the links below. So go check those out. Like, please. Subscribe below if you enjoyed this video, want some more cool stuff. I will see you again on Tuesday for Q&A Tuesday. And until then, remember to live boldly, change the world, and continue to be awesome.